Once the pride of Southfield, now it lies abandoned. This massive hotel once saw thousands of guests, but now it is little more than a building decaying to time. This is the story of Southfield's Plaza Hotel. The area around Detroit was settled hundreds of years ago. However, modern-day Southfield has existed since the 1950s. After years of petitioning, on April 21st of 1958, with 29,000 residents, the township of Southfield officially became its own city with the signing of the city charter. Being only 20 minutes from Detroit's city center, it was seen as the perfect place to set up hotels, bars, and other attractions for people visiting the big city. The Plaza Hotel would begin its life as the Michigan Inn in the 1970s. During that time, it was a very popular hotel, featuring a ballroom and many events. It is capable of housing 264 guests, and it was constructed 20 miles away from the Detroit Metro Airport. Despite this, in the coming years, the hotel would begin to run into many problems. On September 29th of 2010, all these issues would come to a head. Eviction notices would be posted on every door, and soon police would storm the building to get residents out of their rooms that refused to vacate. Several of the residents would fight and argue with hotel staff refusing to leave. Eventually, as the police came through the building, 3 people were arrested and tasered, one of which was a mother of 7 children. Everything happened so suddenly that the residents of the hotel were not ready for their eviction. As it would turn out, the owners owed over $1 million in back taxes, had a $113,000 water bill that they had not paid, and an unpaid $118,000 gas bill. This would lead to water and gas being shut off inside the hotel and residents being forced to leave. Of course, this turn of events was completely unexpected for the people that were staying inside the hotel.
In the morning to try to force a change.
They sure are, Devin, and it is the latest round in a 10-year legal tug-of-war to make this property not look like this.
Looking at its battered and decaying exterior, it's hard to believe that in the 70s, the Michigan Inn was a happening spot, the kind of place you take your mom for a special Mother's Day brunch.
It has the potential to become Southfield's train station. Yes, I'm very worried.
Zorn referencing Michigan Central Station, which for decades stood as the ultimate symbol of blight. The hotel hasn't been a top-shelf destination in decades, but the last 10 have been especially rough. The LLC that bought it had the property go into bankruptcy, and there has been a tug-of-war over paying back taxes and water bills, plus fires set by vagrants.
Building in its bankruptcy was supposed to make a $2.1 million investment, which would have stabilized the building. That, to this day, 5 years later, still has not happened. They were to stay current on their taxes. Tax payment history has been real spotty.
The current ownership group in its legal filings claims the city of Southfield is the problem here, that it stands in the way of redeveloping the site with its demands, and claims the city is attempting a land grab. Not so according to Zorn.
Tomorrow we're in court asking the judge to put the building in the hands of a receiver in the hopes that we can get an entity that can make an investment.
That news report was only from 2019. The future of the Plaza Hotel is still unclear. But its history has resonated with many denizens of Southfield. One blog post from 2010 on the website Detroit Yes comes from a user named R8R Bob, who describes having his 10th high school reunion in the Michigan Inn in 1999. Although its future may be unclear, the Plaza Hotel, once the Michigan Inn, has had a big impact on Southfield's residents, and it will never be forgotten.
What do we really have? Is what we ever owned ever left the hand? And did economics mix with love? With stones and the trees with up above? I don't own, I really don't own anything. The song I wrote feels lost. I really don't want to count the cost. When did economics mix with love? With a kiss or a glance? Oh, with up above. I don't own